So I never like to judge people on what they believe. Like that's what fascinates me about Vetted and what I've learned and seen through the comments and across all the platforms that I post and the hate, the vitriol. It's there, but there's more positivity than anything, to be honest. But there's
Right.
definitely a lot of people just judging your opinion. That's what's funny. Like that's again, it's just someone's opinion about something. Instead, like I'll see in vetted comments, instead of people putting their opinion on the video that I made, they put their opinion of my opinion. Right?
Yeah.
I find that fascinating, honestly, just from a psychological standpoint of right. This is a funny thing. So there was this scientist who put up a post. I don't remember her name, but she said, anytime I need help with a problem, I put it on Reddit. And at first, I just used to put it, and no one would comment. Right? She said, but then I figured out something. She said I would log in with a second account. I would go in and comment the wrong answer to my post, and then people would then comment to correct that person.
Oh, it's
And
like a
then
little
that got
trap.
her the answer she needed
Oh,
because
that's clever.
what she learned is people aren't interested in helping, but they are interested in
Mm, being
teaching you, like right, like making sure you know you were wrong.
right. They want to
So
be right.
right, so that's fast, right? That's fascinating to me. And to be honest
Little
with you,
psychology hack.
I have seen that exact same thing on my platforms absolutely. Like that is true. Now, granted, engagement's engagement. I like that Vetted is like a town square in the comments that people can just talk about anything. I don't delete comments. I don't really moderate it too much, to be honest with you. I believe in freedom of speech. I
Yeah.
believe if you truly believe in freedom of speech, you have to protect the speech you hate the most.
Right.
Otherwise, you don't actually believe in free speech. You're just that's a lie. So I let people just say whatever they want. They make fun of me. They make fun of my hat. They make fun of my hair. They make fun of my beard. They make fun of the way I talk, my y'alls. They make fun of me saying I don't know. Me saying that's interesting, odd. Like I get made fun of in the weirdest way. Sometimes very clever, which can be very funny. Um, you know, but again, I don't mind. Let people, it's their opinion, it's their soapbox, it's their opportunity to state how they feel. And I don't know the background that those feelings are being filtered through. So I never judge it for what it is. You know, the only time I will step in is if someone is disruptive to the nature of. So if they come in and they type the same, if they post the same comment 50 times,
Right.
dude, I and that believe it or not, I'm not exaggerating. That happens. People will they comment the same they just copy and paste it 50 times.
You'd think
And
there
so
would
I
be
have
a
to
filter for
delete
that
it.
by now. Right.
I have to delete that sort of stuff. Like, hey, dude, come on, man. Or if I see them attacking other people, like going around, that's too much.
It's a
But
lot,
feel free
isn't
to
it?
leave your opinion. But to be fair, dude, that is so rare, like so rare to be honest with you.
I
That instance. So you know yeah, openness, let people just get out the feelings they have. I have a platform, I have a way to put out a video and say my thoughts, and people's comment is that's their opportunity for their video, right, is that comment. So I just let people go for it, man. I don't care. Let you, say whatever you want, let it out.
right.
Maybe it helps you,
The
all I ask is that it's directed at me and not other people in the comments. I definitely, it bothers me when I see people being mean to each other, but as long as it doesn't cross any sort of crazy line, which again, I have not seen that yet. I don't, it is what it is. I don't want people feeling safe going to our comment section, but at the same time, I don't want it to be like regulated. Like I'm just
yeah,
not for that,
yeah. No, I like that
yeah,
about your channel. You are just straightforward, you know bullshit, and you don't filter anything. And I think
yeah,
this is part of your charm. I think this is why you're a you're a magnet for subscribers right now because of that. I think there's little of that sort of authenticity in this space, really. Like there are degrees of it, but it's hard
yeah,
to find someone who's really kind of you for a long time I would watch this sort of UFO stuff every single day, but then there came a point in time where I just checked out because I thought, uh, I don't. These people are grifters. They're not very genuine. Like, well, they're not. Maybe not entirely just like total con artists, but it's just like, yeah, I don't like the shtick. It's not. It's too fake. It's
So,
regulated. It's yeah. But this is what I think why you're uniquely sort of popular at the moment because you don't have all of that nonsense filter in the way, which is great. You're very polite though. You're very polite and you're a gentleman about how you go about things. But you ask the right questions. You call bullshit when it's bullshit. Or at least you question it. You hypothesize, is this
yeah,
bullshit?
yeah,
You're
exactly.
very diplomatic about it.
Yeah,
Um,
man. Well, because I'm just a real person like you, right? Like just thinking about, I'm not trying to be mean to anybody.
yeah,
These are like you, right? And I think a lot of people can relate to what you just said, man, to be honest with you. I related to what you just said. Like,
mm,
man, you start watching these shows and it just seems weird, seems off, right? Like, I get that, dude. Like, that's why I wanted Vetted to be different because again, I always stayed on my channel. I don't want secrets. Don't come to me with, information. And like, that's what happens. All the UFO people, they become that. They become a magnet for give me information. And then I'll relay that to my viewers. Right. And now I've set up this expectation that I've got to have information for my viewers to come. And what happens when when the well runs dry? You start making up stuff. You start exaggerating. And that's the UFO community in a nutshell.
it's
And
fascinating
Vetted
you
is
say that.
designed to help, sift through all of that because most people don't have the time day to day. I do. This is my full-time job. So I have the time to sift through podcasts, shows, Twitter feeds, Reddit posts, all that, filter it and try to present every day some interesting story that I think, people could get behind or at least be interested by. But I think what you said, man, is very relatable.
I think the show title Vetted is very apt for what you do as well. Like
I
even
worried about that title, man. I'm not gonna lie.
really,
Yeah, because I thought, oh, dude, like one of my friends, like, first off, let me just say that one of my favorite things to do in life is laugh. Okay, I'm a huge laugher. I
right?
love my friends and I just roast each other. Like you can't you can't make one mistake around my friends. We all roast each other, and I love it. I'm all
Yeah,
about poking and just
me too.
never taking ourselves too seriously.
Yeah.
So when Vetted came out, my friends were like, "Oh, I can see it now." UFOs in Alaska vetted, with a stamp or something like some corny sort of thing. You know what I mean? Like some corny and I thought, "Oh man, that's going to be the first thing people like roast me about." And I see a few comments if I make a mistake, aha, you got vetted, which you know what, it's all in good fun. I don't mind. Now I love the name. I love what it stands for, and I love that yeah, people can get behind it. Plus, it's just a easy, quick name to remember. That's also a part of it,
Right.
to be
It's the
fair.
V is cool as well. It gives you the
Yeah.
icon. It's great. And you're
Yeah,
getting
man.
fan art now. I saw this fan art the other day, which is amazing. That's awesome that you're getting this recognition. I'm just really happy that channels like yours are getting a lot of recognition because I sort of for a while was getting disappointed in the like I say, I was getting disappointed in, and I know, like you say, people at different journeys with their stuff, but like there would sometimes I think people will believe just kind of anything, which is why I see when the popularity of your channel takes off, it gives me a bit of hope. It's sort of like, okay, there are people that are like interested in actually asking the proper questions. Sorry, I've
Oh,
just
definitely, man. I think more than anything. Honestly, you know, I don't want this to sound controversial, but there is a lot of bot activity on
right
these sites and Reddit and YouTube and you know,
the dead
and I
internet.
see it. I see everything, man. I see the analytics. People have no clue what I'm looking at. Like, you know, I can see, yeah, man. I have behind the scenes sort of look, and go on other shows and I watch live streams, and I see people commenting in the live stream, and then I'll see them over here, and they're like two different people, right? Like I see a lot of things happening that people just have no idea about. I've always debated, should I do a video on it? I don't know, maybe down the road. I also don't want to cause any chaos at the same time, but just I would take every comment you read, online with a grain of salt. Like it's
Mm,
hard to even trust if they're like real people
yeah.
half the time,
The dead
especially
internet's a real
Reddit.
thing. They think it's, what is
Yeah,
it?
man.
What did they say? It was as of 2016 or 2018, I think they were saying, estimating about 80%. This was a quite a, I don't know how reliable this number is, but they were saying something like 60 to 80% of the internet is dead, is not real. Of all internet
I
traffic. And
honestly, I I wouldn't doubt. Think about it. I wouldn't doubt that companies can create it
80%.
virtually, right? They can
Right.
create the traffic through bot. Why wouldn't they?
Yeah.
I mean, it's look like um I didn't know if I was going to talk about this, but fuck it, I'll just talk about it on your
Talk about
channel.
whatever
I,
you
I haven't
want.
talked to, I haven't talked about this or said anything, and it's not anything I'm going to bring up on my channel, but I know for a fact because the moderators on these Reddit subreddits, popular subreddits, have told me specifically to me, hey man, I don't know what's going on, but you have a task force of bots trying to take you out. Like, and they're
Really?
like, yeah, and they're like, I've never seen anything like it. So the fact that my channel is growing is somewhat surprising because I've gotten so much information from people telling me that people are trying to shut me down, dude.
I think there's some
They
jealousy in
don't
that,
like
maybe.
me.
Yeah, there's
They
this.
don't like what's going on,
But
for whatever reason.
do you think maybe it's the do you think maybe it's because you're asking the right questions, or do you think it's because they're jealous that your channel's exploding in
I
short?
don't know. To be honest, I don't really care
Yeah,
and I don't feed it
yeah,
because again, my only goal is to make sure I put out a good video every day at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time.
right,
And if
right.
people subscribe, they subscribe. Thank you so much. If they like I can't control any of that. But what I'm not going to do is focus on those bots and the hate and to make videos about, because that's what they want in a way. I
Yeah,
think I don't know, it's like, who's paying for this? Who's paying for these bots to come out? And it's not just in one subreddit. And I'm
yeah.
asking the mods, like, dude, what's going on? Like, what? They're like, bro, people are just, they cannot stand you. And there's
It's
real people
interesting,
too, they
isn't it?
just don't like me. Yeah, man. There
This,
could
I
be a little
mean,
bit of jealousy, could
I
be a
think
little bit of, I don't know, dude.
well, a lot of the fruitcakes
Whatever.
come from Reddit. I think that's where all the fucking weirdos
Reddit
really
is a
is.
cesspool, man.
Yeah,
I can't trust Reddit. I hate to say that. And any
that
good Redditors that are out there, I'm sure, you get lost amongst the mix of the trolls and the bots.
they've banned
So,
my fucking account. They won't let me. Like, I've never been able to start a Reddit account. Like every time I don't even get to post anything or anything. Just like 5 minutes after I start one, and I've never had one before, they ban it.
that's so weird.
And it's
That is
happened like
so
three or four
weird.
times, and I've messaged the help desk and they won't respond. It's almost like
Oh,
someone. It's
forget
almost
it.
like
There's no
someone who
help
runs
desk.
it doesn't like me. They know who I
I
am or
mean,
something.
who knows?
It's weird. It's a
I don't
weird
know.
place. But
You can get very like conspiratorial about it, right? I'm not saying there's some movement to take vetted out. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just
oh no,
saying
I know. But
there's a proven. I don't know. This is what these mods are telling me. I
there would
honestly
be a
don't know if
small
that's
effort to do
true.
it. There would be some
In fact,
small effort.
I just got asked by two subreddits to stop posting there because they were getting so much hate for me posting there, and I was like, y'all invited me to come post here,
That's crazy.
and they banned me. One in particular, I'm not going to start drama, so I'm not going to say the names, but big ones. And the stuff they
Wow.
wrote to me was, honestly, I'm saving it for a rainy day in case I ever need to prove it or show receipts. But the stuff they wrote me was so unprofessional and downright disgusting, to be honest with you. I thought, what you guys are mods running this? I'm gonna be honest. I'll tell you, listeners, I would not trust those Reddit subreddits for the UFOs, aliens, any of those, anything UFO or alien related. They are controlled.
Well,
I
I'm
have proof of it. Like they are literally controlling the post and what goes out and the comment and controlling an actual narrative to on what information you can see. That's crazy to me. I remember having conversations like, why are you guys doing this?
Sort of makes
Just
you,
let the information flow. Why are you trying to impede people getting this information? Like, I just
it almost lends some credence to like it's almost like the co-intel or something. You know what I mean? Like
there's
actual
something going on with
co-intel.
those subreddits, dude. They're
Yeah.
not run by normal people like me and you running it, dude. There's something going on
Well,
with
you'd
them.
think if there was co-intel out there, that's where they would be playing, right?
Absolutely, that's where you would start.
Yeah. And it's not the
It
first
makes
I've
total
heard of this
sense.
kind of activity. I've never been able
No,
to experience it myself
you
because they
can
won't
Google it.
fucking let me on. But it's
There's
definitely a thing.
articles about it.